similar to this too. Like I was also wondering your thoughts on what's driving this just surge in demand. I've heard a lot of places getting in the U.S. getting like $100,000 over asking price and huge demand for single family homes. What's your thoughts on that?
I think that homes in certain areas are gonna find a natural equilibrium, as they always do, because of supply and demand and interest rates changing. I think we're already seeing it. Interest rates have ticked up, I don't know, about half a point in the last month or two. And I think that's going to affect people's ability to buy. So, my thought about where prices are right now, there is a massive shortage of resale homes. There's just not enough resale homes to support the amount of people looking to buy homes in certain markets. There's a massive shortage of new construction homes, way short of what people's demands are. And that's a function of lumber prices and supply prices. All of that's going to eventually figure itself out, right? And it's going to come to an equilibrium. And then prices are going to level out because people are only going to be able to afford so much because of interest rates. So as of right now, I just think we're seeing a very short-term spike because of these very time-specific things like lumber prices affecting resales, lumber prices affecting new construction pricing, and the fact there's not enough new construction pricing affecting resale pricing. I'm no genius on the fact, but I see that as probably a pretty good explanation of what's going on right now.
Do you feel like it's also because of COVID and people starting to think, I want to move outside of these major urban areas to the suburbs and have their own house and stuff?
I do. I think that's going to be a long-term thing. People started saying that like 2 months into COVID. I'm always like wary about that because I know like in reality it's slower than that. It takes time for people to want to move out of major population centers and sell their house and move into rentals. Like that was the media story from like, as far as I can remember, that was the media story from like 2 months into the pandemic. And I think that's entirely true and it's going to continue to happen. That's why I think people plowed into the single family rental space because they thought that was already happening. Certainly, I think it's going to happen, but I think it's happening right now. I don't think it's happened in massive quantities yet because you're only going to really find that out when you start looking at people's operations over the last quarter or two, right? You're going to see built for rent and SFR portfolio operators are going to show new units coming on, new units being leased, new units or existing units being released. To answer your question, I believe that story. I don't believe it happened as early as people or the media had said, but I believe it's going to be a big factor moving forward.